Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, where we're about to begin our 4th class trial.
Ooh, your favorite thing again coming up.
Prove Hangman's Gambit?
Yeah.
Now then,
No.
let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is.
Look at Mikan's.
And vote for who done it.
They gave her like a little cross.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment.
I think it's a nice.
Pick the wrong person.
I think it's a nice touch, but they should have did it with everyone.
I'll punish
And some of them
everyone
are, I think,
besides
would have
the
been a little
blackened,
difficult,
and
but
that person will earn
I think
the right to leave
Teru Teru
this
was my favorite.
island.
Knife and
I'm
fork.
sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go.
Yeah, can we get a pizza?
Whoever survives will be treated to a
Pancakes.
fancy lunch.
Oh.
Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
Unless
I'm
it's you.
definitely not tempted by curry. Got it? Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
But the clock said 7:30.
I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there.
So I wonder if the clock kept going even after he died. Like if there's still enough juice left.
Hajime and Chiaki were also
Or
with me.
were all the clocks off in place?
Oh, that's true.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
You know what would be funny to find out? That Monokuma kept moving all the clocks forward to like bring up like the Tai Chi, time for Tai Chi.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Ooh.
Ooh!
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
You just
Legs like
implied.
those. I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
I agree.
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
I disagree with that logic, but I do think they did such a good job of trying to make it seem like it couldn't be someone from Strawberry House. It's like, well, it had to be someone from Strawberry
One of
House.
you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Thanks,
We
Chiaki.
don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand.
Wow.
The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... Well, it was the hammer, but we know it wasn't the hammer.
Yeah.
Oil on the floor, tipped over pillar,
Are you looking
pillar
at it?
fragment. The thing is either going to be tipped over pillar or pillar fragment.
I guess
I'm gonna-
we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
He thinks it's the hammer.
Killer, huh?
No, the hammer!
Yeah.
The killer used that hammer.
Oh, could it be new-looking hammer?
And beat the crap out of him.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
That's wrong.
That was fun. It just changed on its own, and I realized that worked better because it looked like it hadn't been used.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
Because it's wrong.
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body. Just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why not just...
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Okay, this is a side note. It's not anything to do with this. I know why the pictures are different for some but not others. They were the killers. That's why Mikan's and Teru and Sonia, or not Sonia, Pekko's is bigger slashes.
Oh, I didn't
Why bother
notice.
cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Yep. That was my original thought.
Gangsta? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Yeah,
I
right.
thought maybe you guys.
Oh, you're
mistook
right.
the
Yeah,
hammer
it's
for
like
the weapon
thicker.
or something.
I wonder if it's supposed to be like sword hilts
Slash,
too.
Yeah.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
I'll take immovable pillars for 300 Trebek.
Yeah. There it is. The actual weapon has oil on it, but if something at the crime scene had oil on it.
It was totally the chain around the door. Ugh, Hajime, you're wrong.
No, that's wrong.
It's that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
I was gonna say 2 of us together couldn't lift it. I think I have the how of the murder weapon.
Sheriff class.
Well, okay. Assuming that Nekomaru didn't kill himself, because that's probably... I keep going back and forth between Gundam or him killing himself. I feel like they wouldn't do killing themselves again. But... If there is an actual killer, I'm wondering if Nekomaru had... Like, he tried to use the pillar as a weapon, and the hamster pressed the sleep button, and the pillar just clobbered him on the head.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, I bet Nekomaru
Nekomaru's
could do it.
robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Or he could have crashed into the pillar.
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Now I'm starting to second guess this. Because I'm like, wait, was the panel for the button already broken?
Wonder if they were fighting. So here's... Oh, I have a random weird thing. What if Akane and him were practicing?
Oh,
And they were fighting, and she hit him into the pillar, and he knocked it over, and him hitting it, and then he falls over, and the pillar collapses on top of him.
oh.
And then she staged it to look like...
I feel like she's not smart enough to figure that out. But it does bother me a little. The word suicide. Yeah, the 4th murder was a suicide. No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit
That's a problem.
suicide.
If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
See. So my gut was right after all. All right. It's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
I love this. Wire goodnight button.
I have a
Okay.
feeling it might be the goodnight button or the pillar
There's
fragment.
no need to lift that pillar.
Go, Sonia.
Pillar was not lifted. beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
That would have been hard
Even
to pull
I
off.
could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl!
Nope.
I'm getting hella excited!
The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar. Is that really it?
I don't think so.
No, I think
need
it's
to
the
lift
pillar
that pillar.
fragments on, I want to say Sonia's statement.
The
I
pillar
think.
was not lifted. Beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What
But
about
there's
tipping
definitely
the
a
pillar
hammer.
over?
Oh,
They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
It's too far.
Even I could, considering the.
Then you're the
probably
killer.
exert-
Oh my god, that was funny.
I'm getting
They
hella
were telling him
excited!
he's the killer.
There's no need to lift.
If the pillar was not beating him with it is
What about
Here it
tipping
is.
the pillar over?
There you go.
No, that's wrong. If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
oh, then my theory doesn't work either.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
I think he crashed into it.
Yeah,
and then
I
it
think-
toppled on top of
If
him.
the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened. I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
I want some action with
There's
Kazuichi.
no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
I actually agree with Nagito.
Yeah.
I agree with Nagito, but I'm wondering if we should explore other avenues first.
There's
Yeah.
another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
then I shall ask you, what way is that?
It could have already been on the ground and you could have pushed him so he hit his head on it on the corner.
Guys,
No, I'm thinking crashing into it is probably what they're talking about.
you're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers. So you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Well, that's
Hey,
new.
Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Why do I have this?
First of all, the pillar itself is not enough.
Why do I have a feeling that whatever he found out, like I have a feeling like everyone was like an ass to him or something like that.
Oh, that could be.
Why he's
But
being
when
so
combined
cold.
with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Well, what is
Isn't
it?
that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly.
Huh?
Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Thanks for that, Gundam.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
I love the one little hamster with his hands in the air.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Oh, he's blushing.
I don't want it to be Gundam because I like those two.
I know.
But I'm not liking this.
Shut up, Kazuichi. Go back to your room.
Because Sonia likes Gundam.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
Please just let it be suicide.
Still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Can it just be Nagito? We'd all be fine with it.
Hajime, of
Yeah.
course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
Good job, Sonia.
That's not wrong.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Everybody in favor that Kazuiki is the killer?
Yeah.
I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Can we just make him the killer? Faux show. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I don't find any proof that completely contradicts that. Make your argument.
Strange feeling in tower?
Maybe, or are we gonna need to grab
Strawberry
something?
Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10
Lights.
years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
The whole time I've been thinking the two towers are the same building, but if that was the only mystery, there's no way Nagito would mention it here.
In
I wonder if you're
truth,
right.
Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
No, that's
Good job.
wrong.
I got one right. You knew we were gonna have to use that crazy one.
I know. I was like,
Are they really the same place?
when we got it, I'm like, well, we're not gonna be using that because we got that in the chain. I'm like, one of these is gonna be more useful than the other.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What?
Whoa.
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
But then the doors would be off.
So then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
I mean, that's Occam's razor. Simple answer is usually the correct one.
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Oh, she's
Oh,
gonna argue.
We're arguing with Sonia?
Uh-huh.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
No.
We were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
It's even
No.
crazy
The
for
body
her.
wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
Yeah.
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
What?
Okay.
Oil on the floor. Oil on the floor. Because you would.
There
How
are
would you have
many
moved that?
different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the pillar, he could have moved it all easy as pie.
You
I think
see-
I cut what I needed.
Yep, you did.
No, there's definitely a hole in what she just said.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power
There it
of
is.
the pillar,
No.
the body, everything at the crime scene.
Oh, everything.
Allow
Sorry,
me
I
to
didn't
cut
see that
through
one.
those words. Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
She's
So
gonna
what
kill you.
really
In the
happened?
next chapter, it's gonna be
Does that
Sonia
mean
killing
the
him.
two towers aren't the same building?
I mean, I just let it go at that point.
I would too. Let's all just turn away.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
They're the same building.
No idea, huh?
The mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Don't sound too excited.
Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
How do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about, like,
Monokuma Tai Chi. He's the only one that did it.
I see.
I got it!
You're
I
talking
got
about the
it!
final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
This is it.
As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Here we go.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the
Yep.
secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If
Yep.
the Funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this
Then
picture.
let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in this picture? Oh. Is it that?
Is it the tower?
It's the tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture. That's where what we've been thinking all along. Which means it's not unnatural at all, don't you agree? Oh, shoot. Is it the... Oh, is it the sky? Maybe? I mean, there's only...
Trees? There's no trees on that tropical island, right?
Here!
Yeah, no, you're right.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange.
Because you're up too high to be on the first floor.
I feel like the tower kind of signified that as well.
I agreed.
This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
I see. And is that it?
Now you just said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained within it. What doesn't make sense in this picture?
Here! If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
So they should have seen Grape House.
If you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Oh, that's what he thinks.
Yeah.
All right.
He's crazy.
That's where we're going to pause the class trial for today. So I think it's like we said, I think it's all one building, but it's multiple floors.
Well, and I think there's multiple floors, but I also think maybe they're split, and because of the lights. Because the lights can change.
Right. Yeah. No. What I think how did it work? So Strawberry House, I think, is on top. Like the top is like the top 3 floors,
And then.
and then Grape House is the bottom 3 floors. Is
Okay.
what I think.
Okay.
We'll see. All right. So anyway, that's gonna do it for us. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.